Hodges, welcome to Super Important Reviews. My name is Steve, and today we'll be doing a hodgepodge review of the WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Which, I just realized the back of his hair looks kind of horrendous on some. You can tell it's like, there's the mold. Oh, he's actually missing some. Okay, we'll get you there. We'll get there, Mr. Hulkster. That's a little bit more. Oh, he's got it on there too, though. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Anyways, main reason I picked this up is because Hulk Hogan is easily one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Just grew up really loving the guy as a kid, so I wanted to pick up the figure. And to be honest, like, from what I've seen of images and stuff in the packaging, he just looked like easily like if I really wanted one Hogan, it's definitely the NWO, like WCW era Hogan. So this guy will definitely do nicely. But we'll go over here just to make sure everything's all up to snuff. With these hodgepodge reviews, what these are unedited videos that we put up on our Patreon first, and then they come up over here. So if you guys like to check these out in advance, definitely make sure to go check out our Patreon. Do plan on trying to get some more of these pumping out in the near future. We've had a little bit of some setbacks with these because of a lot of the commissions and with the holidays and what have you, and some stuff going on. But now everything should be hopefully moving along according to plan. So we'll be putting out more of these videos here, and I at least want to try to get one out a week if possible. Hopefully more. But anyways, let's get into it. So without further ado, for his packaging, slide the Hulkster down for a second. Hopefully he doesn't fall off the... There we go. But what you got here is just the... it's this white packaging. I do like the Ultimate on the bottom here, though. It's got a little bit of, like, raised text. Nice metallic silver. You got Hogan here on the side. Sadly, I wish you would have, like, the actual WCW logo on this. Because, again, this is more of that era. Gives you some of the descriptions. Finisher, the atomic leg drop. Some more of the bio, and then figure up here at the top. But anyways, we already got him opened up out of his cardboard prison, so we're just gonna start moving along here with starting with his accessories, which he comes with the NWO spray painted World Heavyweight title. If I can get out of his hand, we'll just start deconstructing this guy. But looks really nice. You got a metallic gold over top of this with a rubber strap here, which can wrap around. And then, if you want to attach to the figure, you can. It's got the little nubs there to do that. Really cool. Another kind of like nice selling point here for when they spray painted this over top of... I want to say it was the Giant. Was it the Giant that happened to? Let me know in the comment section below if you guys remember. But I think it was like they were laid over top and they were like spray painted a bunch of stuff, and then they spray painted the title, because that was kind of one thing that they did. For some of his other stuff, he has the feather boa, which is just made out of rubber too. But there's a really nice like black dry brushing over top of it, which really helps to give it that feather look. When I first saw this in the package, it almost kind of looked legit. Would have been kind of cool if it was legit, to be fair. It'd be a lot less frustrating, because my issue with this thing is when you have this around his neck, it makes the bandana on the top here not want to stay on. And I already have an issue with the glasses trying to stay on, so it just makes things a little bit frustrating. So it's like, you got to sit here and like adjust this, adjust the headband, adjust this, adjust the headband, and then like trying to get him to do like the guitar strumming pose. Then the belt messes this up, so it's not easy. But you do got like the solid chunk here on the bottom here, which I imagine that's for connecting these guys together. But overall, pretty solid there. Then, like mentioned, he's got the headband here with the Hollywood on the front, which just rests over top of it. Detailing on it's nice. He's got the wrapping on the back here to hide his bald spot on the top. But it does sit on there really nicely. Like, I almost like him with it on more without the glasses. Also, just drop the glasses on the ground, because these things suck. Like, the one thing out of this entire thing, I'm not really that... Like, I want the glasses on because I do plan on keeping them. At least I think. With pretty much wearing most everything. So I'm like strumming the guitar and what have you. It's between that or having them ripping the shirt. And because I'm not a fan of these glasses, and to be honest, the paint job kind of sucks on them too. Because if I do get Hogan out here so it focuses. But I kind of feel like I got to repaint these in a more glossy finish anyways. And I don't really plan on selling Mr. Hulkster here, so I'll probably end up just touching these up. But for another reason, those are really spaced out, so they don't like to sit on top of his head really well. So, debating on using those. He's also got his t-shirt here, which the cool thing, and I thought it was weird, because you think it would have the straps on the back here in order like to have the nice clean like NWO front. But then again, if you have the Velcro on the front, you can make it look like he's ripping a shirt, which is something very Hulkster. So it's definitely something I've been thinking about posing him as, so you can just be like ripping it. It's also very stretchy, which is really good for that too. And it's not super hard to get on and off, which is really great. Also, Hogan is jacked and tan, all the jacked, all the tan, for his heads. What I have on him currently is the kind of like blank expression, but he's kind of, it almost looks like he's got like some poofy lips, which is something he used to do. Like he had that like, a little bit of like an underbite going on. But you get his bald head on the top, his blonde hair coming down, and you get a little bit like the hair painted on the back here. One thing was kind of noticing on the other ones, you also get his two-tone beard, where his mustache is still blonde, but the beard portion is black. For the opposite ones, you get like Happy Expression Hogan, whose eyebrow is missing a slight bit of paint. But on this side, he's got a little bit of paint rub, which I was kind of expecting, because I don't recall, because I don't think the headband was on in the packaging. I think I had to put that on afterwards. I think anyways. It's slipping my mind now. But there's a little bit of paint loss on the side here. And then I know for a fact, Screaming Hogan, whose eyes are kind of looking up a little bit, also has some rub on his hair. And he was definitely just chilling inside the package. So I'm not sure if it's like when they put him inside the package that it was kind of rubbing against the plastic, but he has lost a little bit of coloring. That and the hair isn't quite very solid to the side of his head either. There's a little bit of gapping there. Which kind of sucks, because if I do have him turn the t-shirt, this would be the head you definitely want to roll with. Then he also comes with a pair of clenched fists for punching. Which is great too. A lot of the Ultimates usually have like some extra hands. On the figure, he has the clenched hands for gripping. If you want to swap them out, and I can show you one for sure. I'm noticing on his hands too, there's a little bit of color faded. That kind of sucks. What the heck, Hogan? Stop giving me issues. He might be a touch-up. But you just kind of grab at the base of the wrist, base of the forearm, pull it out. Make sure you rub the corresponding hand, and then you just want to do the opposite, going into the wrist. That's pretty much it. Now you can have Hogan doing his trademark punches, grabbing the guy by the head, and Plus you can have him hulking up too. That was the other thing I was kind of having to have him just like hulking up. But then I feel like he needs more of a shine. Then he's got to be sweaty. So I don't know. Something you can also consider accessory is he has his weight belt here with the NWO too, which can come off if you want to take this off in order to have him holding it like he's whipping somebody, or if you want to swap it out for the title belt. But it does make him look a little bit naked without it, though, I will say. But for the rest of the detailing, body looks nice. Very muscular. He got his bit of a six-pack here. Forearms look really nice. Back here. Oh. Yeah. And to be honest, like, I know Hogan was a big dude, but I don't know if he was like this like well defined like ever. Because even looking at like what you see on the package, like he's definitely built, but the six-pack does not stick out nearly that well. But he has his wrestling gloves, biker gloves, whatever you want to call these, on his hands. His pants look awesome. With the lightning bolts on the side here. You got the Hollywood on the back. You even got him on his boots, with the NWO, more of the blue lightning. Got the NWO logo on the inside of the boots. And overall, like, paint job's awesome. It's just like a couple of areas are concerns, like I mentioned. Here, it doesn't look like the paint really, I don't know if it rubbed off, but it wasn't very consistent with the airbrushing that they did there. Then the heads, like especially the hair, seems to be a little bit of a problem area for this guy. But for his articulation, his head can look left and right, can go forward and back. Almost think he might have had some black from the mask up there, from the bandana, but it doesn't look like it. Also, if you want to swap out the heads, I guess we could do that here. Because I'm kind of leaning more towards, I might have him looking like he's ripping a shirt. But you just want to try to keep the ball joint straight. Same with the head, and you just want to push down to pop that guy in there. So now we got Screaming Hogan. His arms can go a little bit forward and back. Can go up about that far, down about that far. Rotates all the way around. Rotation at the bicep. Double jointed elbows, which isn't crazy bend, but good enough to get some poses, wrestling moves. Arms, or hands, sorry, can rotate forward and back, and also have a little bit of a swivel. Its chest can go side to side, a little bit of a rock. Decent back and forward, too. Same with lower section, can only rotate. Legs can go outwards about that far, inwards about that far. Rotation at the top of the thigh. Solid bend at the knee. Looks like it's a double joint, but the knee pads kind of get in the way, and they also shift when you're posing them, so just kind of be forewarned of that. You might have to adjust them a bit. Rotation at the top of the boot. Feet, toes can articulate up and down. Feet should be able to go forward and back. Oh man, that is okay. That joint needs to be heated up. This joint's also stiff, but can get forward and back like so. I think can rotate. No, no, just a little bit of side to side. Doesn't really feel like a rotation there, which I think is the only little bit of a bummer. But then again, you can rotate the boot, so you can still adjust it if you need to. But anyways, overall, pretty solid. I've seen this guy's generally going for a bit more money than what you would find him for at retail. Because I think the only place I know that has him in stock is Ringside Collectibles. So if you guys are interested, he's, I think, 40 on there. If you can find him in stores, he runs about 30 bucks, which definitely seems a lot more reasonable for this. 40's kind of pushing it a bit. But I do love all the accessories, and to be honest, like, in terms of what he comes with, there's not really anything else I think he's missing in terms of a Hollywood Hogan, especially like WCW era. So I'd recommend still picking him up, because even the couple of like the little paint hiccups here and there isn't something that's super major, and then it could still be kind of covered up with some of the other accessories. Like if you got a little bit of hair imperfection, bandana works good. Just it's mainly like the forearms and that section there, but nothing super bad anyways. So definitely if you're like a big Hogan fan, good to go. Definitely get him. I know they got a Macho Man. I need to get the Macho Man that's coming up. I'm sad. I should have, like, when it first came out, they had the Ultimate Warrior, but I don't really want like that version. Like a lot of these wrestling figures, it's like I kind of just want like one version of them and I'm good. So for the most part, like if they made another Hogan, like if they made the red and yellow, I would probably grab it. But I don't really need one outside of this guy, so I'd be good there. Like Macho Man, the new Ultimate, I like the look. Would almost prefer like if they did like the WrestleMania one though, because then I go with that Ms. Elizabeth. I'm kind of rambling now, but anyways, help us defeat those guys by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. Guys like to keep up to date with the channel, donate, we greatly appreciate it. And see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.